Hello, welcome to another commentary on understanding Fnd. Again, am I alone? Is this condition really that rare? Because I feel like an alien. I feel that I'm losing my mind. No one understands me. I know. And this is what led me to do the work that I am doing with the educational programs, because understanding and awareness is the first step. So epidemiology, let's see how common are these conditions. So it is said, studies have said that there are incidence rates, so new patients being diagnosed, from 4 to 12 patients per 100,000 every year. These have been somewhat older studies. More recently, it has been understood that is as common as multiple sclerosis. Now, it's so interesting that everyone or most people knows what multiple sclerosis is. However, when you say FND, the majority do not know what it is. The prevalence, when you look at the population at any given point, about 50 people in every 100,000 have the disease. Now, these are studies with confirmed diagnosis. Now, when you look at the neurological offices and how common the neurologist or this study particularly was done in neurological offices, but when you look at how common medically unexplained symptoms are being mentioned or diagnosed in the neurological offices, up to 30%. When you look at other studies that have also analyzed how common are patients being told that they have medically unexplained symptoms, it happens in up to 62% of the patients. This is very, very common. And this happens more or less at similar frequencies internationally. As I say often, FND affects mainly women in their peak ages of productivity and self-expression, from the ages of 35 to 50 years old, prime years for any woman. And in men, it happens more or less at the same frequency throughout the lifespan. So is Fnd common? Yes, it is very common. And let me tell you, it is not more commonly diagnosed, reported, and recognized because there is a very big variation in the symptom frequency, in the symptom severity. Some people are never diagnosed, and also because it's difficult still to make the diagnosis. Let me change the slide and then continue talking about the healthcare costs. These patients, when they are affected, well, they end up going to the primary care doctor, various specialists, the emergency room, and they even are hospitalized more frequently than patients with many other conditions. So in the United States alone, it is spent over $256 billion a year. Most of these patients are disabled. Many of them are disabled because not disabled as in getting healthcare benefits, but the symptoms are disabling. They cause significant stress. This is a real problem. And they may end up having to get unemployment-related benefits and disability-related benefits. So what I wanna mention, what I want to stress with these comments, sharing this information today, is that this is a worldwide problem and we need to really unite our forces to have the government do more research, to have physicians be more aware so it can be diagnosed early and treated early. I would like you to share this knowledge either in your own way of sharing it, talking to others, creating your own posts, sharing this in your stories. But let's continue in spreading awareness. Sometimes it only takes one click. Only if we unite and if we understand the impact of this condition in ourselves, in others, and in the world, and in the healthcare system, we will be able to trigger the necessary changes to heal ourselves and for the world as a whole to support us in our journeys of healing and self-growth. It is a pleasure to work for you.